Well, it's happened again. I have tricked all— I got the ick from myself doing that, oh my god. I have tricked all of you yet again, for the second time now. Yesterday, I said I was going to be hopping on a call with Flatpixel, and he'd show me, like, how to use Axiom and make the terrain that we've got here kind of extend down this way. We've got a massive open area that I want to try to, like, build up and sort out, and I said I'd do that yesterday, but I lied. I lied to all of you, and not a single one of you saw it coming. Turns out he had to take his, I don't know how personal, how in-depth I want to get on this, but he had to take his niece to the A&E. She's fine, she's okay, she's all good. It was only for like a few hours, nothing bad, nothing permanent, nothing crazy, I don't think at least. I'd take it to the hospital, and obviously had to cancel the Minecraft project. Not to say that this isn't important. This is one of the most important projects I am working on at the moment. This world, just taking, people's health is important. Just gonna put it out there, you know. I think that's a general, good point of view to have. So we are gonna have the meeting today, and hopefully try to design that part of the world. It might be quite difficult to do, I'm not gonna lie. I've had a bit of a look at how, oh my god, what's it called? Axiom, how that works. I've used it before, but I'm not very good at it. There's a few, like, mods that quite a few, like, Hermitcraft people, all the creative builders nowadays use, and, I knew a little bit of it. I tried to keep up. There's Lightmatica, which I have used quite a bit. In fact, that's what I used to make, like, to build this up. So I know how that works. I've used World Edit for a little bit, not like to crazy levels, just like the very basic bare bones stuff to like make a few projects. So I have done it, and I did try to teach myself how to do it, like, you know, well, but that was a long time ago now. That was probably two years ago. Oh my gosh. I did a video on my main channel, DimDamDaily. I think it was 2 years ago now. About making a dragon. In World Edit. Like pretty much learning World Edit from scratch and trying to like build up my skill and practice and, well, you know, whatever, those sort of things. And trying to make something cool in the end that like I ended up making and building in the world I was building up at the time. That was a fun project, but oh my gosh, was it tough. It took, I think, about 2 weeks just for me of like dedicating myself to learning how to build just a dragon. Nothing like no housing, no like structures or anything like that. Just a dragon. And it was fun. I'm not gonna lie. It was a big part of the game that I'm not really the best at. You know, I can build. I can do an okay job, I think. But I wouldn't call myself, you know, professional level at all. There's a few of my friends that are and I think get paid to like make Minecraft builds, and man, they are so good. Oh my gosh, they are leagues better than me. It is kind of crazy, really. But you know, I don't really know, to be honest. I think it's all a big learning curve for me, but I do want to like learn how to be better. You know, I feel like that would only be beneficial in like these sort of projects. So, you know, it's kind of like in my best interest to try to learn at least how to do it. But I don't know. I've got a lot left to learn for it. Anyway, the plan for today is kind of like doing what we're doing at the moment, really. Just trying to like level out some of the areas, trying to make the whole place look a little bit nicer to look at. It's mainly the transition between this bit to the regular terrain, because it's not gonna be smooth, because this is a little bit more like less saturated than the build that we've got. So it's not gonna look perfect. It's not gonna be an amazing and smooth transition. But if we can try to make it a bit more so, it would be good, you know. But that's where we are today. Speaking of today, oh my gosh, it is unbelievably warm. It is crazy. It currently says it's 25 degrees Celsius, but I think that's wrong. That's on the weather app that I have. I was at work today all day. Oh my god, I was only doing like hours of work, so a fair bit. But like, oh my gosh, I could not go for much more longer after my my little shift thingy. Oh my gosh, because I finished, went back into my car, and I have the thermostat in my car, and it said 30 degrees Celsius. It was unbelievably sweltering. But kind of interestingly, this time last year, we would have filmed the short film that I made last year. So it was I've done one already. I'm working on my second, but last year we were working on the first short film, and we were filming around this time last year. I think it was the 16th, so like 3 days away, 3 days ago, sorry. And it was just like this. It was so unbelievably warm. I have no idea how on earth I managed to muster through, but, you know, somehow I did. I don't know what on earth I did that day. Speaking of that day, that was a rough day. That was bad. It was my first ever short film I've ever done. Never been on a set before. Never really knew what to do. I went to a few like classes for acting. Not for myself acting, but to see how the directors directed, or how the teachers, spoke to the actors. Because it is kind of like a different thing. You know, like talking to an actor versus talking to, you know, like managing someone at work. It is different because it's much more like emotionally based, the work that actors do, and it's different, you know. So I wanted to see firsthand how to do it. So I had a modicum of experience in how to talk to actors, but not really. So kind of going fresh into it, not really knowing what to do, trying my best. You know, that's all I can really ask for, though. But on that day, because I was so nervous, I didn't want to have like a crazy big meal. You know, I wanted to kind of go. I wanted to be smart, you know, and not like have a massive meal and start to feel, you know, not good. You know, I want to try and be as good as I could be for the actors. You know, it was my first time meeting most of them. I wanted to, you know, set a good example, you know, set a good first impression. Oh my gosh, that was a bad idea. I chose to eat grapes, you know, just a few, because they're pretty easy to eat. They're not too difficult to, you know, digest or anything like that. Pretty light on the stomach. So I started eating these berries. It was I do normally have this. It's like a tub of berries, not a massive tub. It's about like maybe like that kind of size. So not crazy, but I think this one, I think my mum went to buy like a bigger box of them just for like a special one-time thing. I didn't realize that at the time. Again, first time on a short film, first time working on one, meeting a lot of new people. I've already got a lot of things going on in my mind. Did not think to look at what it was I was going to be eating. That was a big mistake. I was unbelievably ill. Oh my god, it was so bad. I finished eating it and I just felt it hit me like a bag of bricks. It was rough. I felt so bad. So I had to do this thing where I had to, it's gonna sound really gross. I had to get my fingers and put them inside of my throat to try to get myself to throw up. So again, a lot of things on my mind. Now I have to make myself throw up. Not going good. But I do it. Quite literally, I stick it out, and yeah, I throw up. Not great. But it worked. You know, once I threw up, I did feel better. You know, so it did work. And it definitely was the berries. I thought it could have been the nerves, you know, or something like that, which is completely understandable, I think, at least. It was a lot of things that were on my mind, and it was stressful. You know, it was a difficult thing because first time meeting all the people. I wanted to set a good first impression. I tried wearing actually I've worn it on the channel earlier, yesterday I think it was a green like shirt, buttoned up shirt. I wanted to look professional, you know, like I knew what I was doing. I didn't, but I wanted to look good, you know, and again, it was an unbelievably hot day. Wearing a shirt like that was, you know, suicide, really. It was bad. So yeah, there was that. Hopefully, the short film that we're working on now, that won't happen again, and I'm sure it won't. Oh my gosh, okay, I might have jinxed it, but yeah. Speaking of the short film, oh my gosh, crazy update. We have confirmed the actors. They have all said yes, they are happy to do it, which is good. All the people that made self-tapes did manage to do what they wanted to do. There was one person who we weren't able to, like, get into a role, which does kind of suck, but, you know, it is what it is. In all fairness, he did apply the latest, so, you know, I think he kind of expected not to get in, but it does kind of suck. I do feel kind of bad not saying, because it's not just you apply, like, you just press, like, apply now. It's not like that. You have to, like, record yourself doing a little self-tape. That's what I ask, at least, and, I don't know. It's a little awkward because, like, they've already spent time and effort into, and, like, thought into what they're doing and how they're going to present themselves, and then for me to say, nah, we don't want you. It does feel bad. I don't say it like that, but it does feel bad. But I don't know. I also don't know what I'm doing over here, by the way. I don't know if I'm going to just end, like, kind of cup the river, or if we're going to just, you know, cover it all up. I don't really know. Should we fly up a bit, actually? Have a bit of a good bird's eye look. So, okay. Village over here. Castle over here. I'm not sure what we're going to do. I think I want this bit to be covered up. Or maybe not. No, we want a lagoon to be over here. I mentioned this the other day. I wanted, like, a little mini... maybe we could have, like, a springboard. Oh, we could have, like, a little beachy area over here. And kind of, like, open this bit up a bit more. Yeah, that could be sick. Have, like, a little springboard up at the top. Why did they ban springboards? You know, I've never been on one because I think when I was, like, starting to learn how to swim when I was, like, 4 years old, they banned them from my, and completely got rid of them from my, my local swimming pool. And in 2008, it was crazy. Like, why? Just because one kid died. I don't know if that actually happened. But now you have to go to, like, these professional places to use a springboard, and there's not one near where I live. I want to go on a springboard. That's what I might talk about that in a separate DimDamDaily. We can do this bit here. This shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, so confirmed the actors. Good progress being made. It kind of means now, at least in my mind, that the film is actually going to get made. I think I've spoken at lengths about this, but I always get, like, waves of doubt and feeling that the thing won't actually get made. You know, I'm not sure if this is, like, a common thing that people have had, but, like, when you're doing a project that is we're currently on month 4, you know, it's a long project, and we haven't even started filming, you know, it's going to be, like, a half a year, just to work on this one, like, 15-minute, maybe 12-minute long, video. It's a lot of time, dedicated to this project. So there's times where I feel like it's not going to get made. Like, it's just too big, it's too much for me, I'm not skilled enough, I'm not at a level where I can do it or pull it off. I'm wasting the actor's time with this. I've had any single negative thought you can think about, like, a project being done, I have had every day, you know? But the thing is with it is that you just have to keep going. No matter what those thoughts are, you just got to keep plowing on, really. That's my mentality, at least. I'm not sure if it's the healthiest, really, in the world, but it is what it is. And it works, you know. I do have it as well, not to such a big degree, but on the long-form YouTube videos that I do, always a lot of doubt with them. Now starting to get a little bit of doubt with the shorts that I've been posting. They've been doing really well, and I'm unbelievably happy with them. In fact, I'm working on another one later today. All the stuff arrived for it, so I can start working on that, which will be cool. But there's a little bit of doubt, thinking that, like, you know, maybe I can't do it, or maybe I haven't sussed out how to make it work, or whatever it is, you know. But anyway, Speaking of which, the short that I'm working on is making a trapped chest in Minecraft. Kind of a fun one, kind of a silly one. That's one of them. The other one is making a beacon in Minecraft. I'm more confident on the script at the moment on the beacon one than I am the trapped chest one. In fact, I might rewrite the script. I will say, because why not? The idea that I have for the beacon is that it's we have a beacon, obviously. That's kind of the part of it. Saying that I've made one, and I'm going to be using the beacon because it shoots a big bright light into the sky to try to find my house. I often lose my house. I can't find it. So if I make a beacon at night with the daylight sensor that I made, it can activate it, power the beacon, and I can see where my house is. Pretty nice, pretty good. The only issue with it is that it's really powerful. The light uses a lot of power to run. It's quite expensive to keep it running for hours on end. So I was thinking of doing a little silly thing where I cause a blackout in the area I live. So at night you see all the lights are on, beacon gets powered, and all the lights get powered. Off like it's been a big power cut. I'm causing a power cut really. That's the idea. Shouldn't be too difficult. I'm not going to be doing it. The only thing that I think about the issue with it is that obviously I can't, like I just said, I can't actually cause a blackout. I think it's illegal to do that, so that will be edited. And I do feel kind of bad, editing something like that, because it is kind of obvious. But for those who don't know that, I feel kind of weird, trying to deceive them, if that's even the right word. Oh, it's morning! Why did I sleep? Crap, I have to stop DimDamDaily. I forgot to sleep. Why did I sleep even? Crap, okay. Anyway, that's the idea. I'm going to start working on the beacon and making the trapped chest. Didn't realise I slept. Didn't think about what I was doing. Was too focused on making a beacon. Anyway, that's it for me. I think it was going to be morning anyway in a minute or two, so we didn't lose much time. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.